So we are starting with another session of time and work. We'll wait for 2 minutes for people to join and then we'll start. Yeah, there was a call. Sorry about that. So in terms of theory, we do not have a lot of theory remaining. Let us spend 5-10 minutes on theory and then we'll solve questions. So far we have solved questions where A, B and C worked as individuals. A can do work in this many days, B can do work in that many days, they work in pairs, they work in alternate order and so on and so forth. Now we will see questions where people work as large groups. You'll come across questions like 300 men can build a road in 30 days if every man works for 8 hours a day. For first 20 days everything was normal. Then from 21st day onwards 100 more men joined the group. 100 more men joined the group. If everyone works 5 hours a day now, how many days will the work last? Total number of days taken to finish the work, something like this. So what you hear in such questions is number of men. Can I say if there are more men, more work can be done? So work depends upon men. If they work for more number of days, more work can be done. So work depends upon days also. This is called rate of work. Sometimes people call it efficiency as well, but that's not the same. If the rate of work is higher, they are working 8 hours a day, they are working 10 hours a day, work will be done faster or more work will be done. So we say work depends upon men, time, and rate. We solve such question by equating work is equal to men, time, rate. You will have your answers faster if you do this. If you equate men, time, rate, you will have your answer pretty fast. Take your time, jot this down. This is the basic theory of people working in the groups. One simple assumption is involved, that every man will have same efficiency. Every man will have same efficiency. That is a basic assumption here. All men have equal efficiency. That is the assumption. There are small variations of this. We'll see. In a very long time, there have been no questions in CAT based on this. This has become a low level concept. Comment done. We'll change the theme. MTR is equal to what? That is how we approach these questions. Moving on. Very good. Now, another small variation is different types of people working together. Questions like these: 8 men, when they work along with, let us say, 5 women, they complete the job in 10 days. When 3 men work with 8 women, they complete the job, let us say, in 15 days. The questions usually are framed as, how many days will 2 men and 3 women complete the job in? So in this question, there is a small assumption involved. See, I'm not against equality, but here in theory, we assume that speed of men and women are different. If I say speed of a man is m, what should be the speed of 8 men? 8m. If I say speed of a woman is w, what should be the speed of 5 women? 5w. That is the combined speed of the group. How many days do they work for? 10. So again, I'm going back to the basic concept. Speed into time is equal to work. Same work is being done by whom? By these people. 3 men will have speed 3m. 8 women will have speed 8w. In how many days do they complete this? In 15 days they complete this. This is the actual work. Never cancel it right now here. Don't cancel it. When you are rewriting, then you can solve further. Using this kind of hint, we find out their individual speeds and we can answer everything. Please observe. This is cancelled by 5 2 times. This is cancelled by 5 3 times. So this becomes 16m plus 10w is equal to, this 3 comes inside, 9m plus 24w. Move it here. That is 14w. Move it here. 7m. M is equal to 2w. I can simply assume if woman has a speed 1, man will have a speed 2, and you can answer all such questions. In books, this is solved in a very weird manner. You will see 1 upon equations like um, 8 upon m plus 5 upon w is equal to 1 by 10. This is called unitary method. In this case, m is the number of days a single man can complete the work. If you are solving like this, you are dead in water. Yeah, this is useless. Here you're working with integer values, natural numbers you're working with. It is easier to add, subtract, multiply. Here you're working with fractions. Unitary method should be avoided at all costs. Once you know their speed, you can answer everything. What I'm trying to show you here is very simple theory. How to how to how to assume speeds. You assume speed as m, speed as w, number of men, number of women, speed in 2 days. So the way question is framed, you can see the equation looks identical to it. 8 men and 5 women can do the job in 10 days. 3 men and 8 women can do the job in 15 days. Once you reach this level, you can answer everything. You assume W is equal to and M is equal to 2 because that is twice the speed. Man has twice the speed as compared to a woman. Confirm if you're able to keep up with this. Confirm, done. Confirmation on this. No, we have only solved for speed so far. We have only solved for speed so far. You want me to complete the question for you? Chalo. So once you reach that level, you have the speed of these individuals. What is the speed? Speeds are 1 and 2. So you use that data and put in any one of these equations. Either you put it here, you put that information here, it is the same work, or you put it here, it is the same work. I'm putting the value 1 and 2 here. Man have a speed of 2, so 2 into 8, 16. Women have a speed of 1, so 5 into 1, 5. That is the combined speed. So total work is 210 units. That is the work. Now I want the same work to be done by 2 men and 3 women. 2 men will have a speed 2 into 2. 3 women will have a speed 3 into 1. How many days will they take for total 200 units of work? This is 4 plus 3, 7. In 2 days is equal to 210. It will take them 30 days of work. Now, as far as time and work goes, the earlier example I showed you, earlier session that we have covered where A, B, C work individually, that is the most common kind of question in CAT and other exams. After that, it is example of this kind where men, women work together, or pipes and cisterns work together. Pipes, draining pipes and filling pipes work together. Total days, 30 days are needed for 2 men and 3 women. Yes. वो सवाल था बेटा. That was the question. How many days will 2 men and 3 women take to complete the job? That was the question. That was a question mark. How many days will 2 men and 3 women take to complete the work? Moving on from this. Now, how do pipes and cisterns differ from the regular questions? We have not seen too many negative work based questions. See, in pipes and cisterns, a pipe that fills a tank is said to have positive speed, is said to do positive work. If there is a leakage, or if there is a drainage or an outlet, the speed is supposed to be negative and the work done will also be negative. If they all work together, and because of some miracle the level goes down, the total work will be negative. If they all work and the level goes up, the total work will be positive. So here total work can be negative, total work can be positive, individual work can be negative, can be positive. What kind of examples will we have? Listen to the language. A fills a tank in 12 hours. B drains it. Drains what? Drains the tank. Let us say in 20 hours. If they both work together, if A and B both pipes are open together, in how many hours will the tank be filled? So A is filling. So I will write plus on the top of A to understand A is doing the positive work. B is draining. B is emptying something. So I'll put a minus in on top of B. See, time can never be negative. So time values are written as it is. A and B, 12 and 20. What is the LCM of both numbers? What LCM do you see? 60. The speed is 5 for A and the speed for B is 3, negative. See, drainage speed can be negative, work can be negative. Time, how can time be negative? Are you going back in time? No. Now, when they work together, A is trying to fill 5 units per hour, B is trying to drain 3 units per hour. When they both work, effectively 2 units are filled. It is positive, so filled. To complete 60 units of work, how much time will I need? 30 hours. 30 into 2 is equal to 60. So when A and B together they work, the time is 30 hours. So where does the negative part impact the question? Speed. Speeds can be taken as negative. Total work can be taken as negative. Individual work can be taken as negative. Drainage will have negative speed. Moving on from this. Moving on, guys. So that is the basic theory. That is the basic theory of 3 variations. Men working in groups of 300, 400, 500. Men working in groups with women. We assume individual speeds, different speeds for men, women. And pipes and cisterns. Very small variation. Only speed is negative. Otherwise, all concepts you have learned so far of time and work will work here. All concepts that you have seen so far will work here. So let us try some questions. Let us build up speed. Try this. Take 1 minute. Try this. A contractor undertakes to do a job in 20 days. So he employs 36 laborers. After 5 days, he realizes 20% of the work is done or over. To finish the work exactly on time, how many more laborers does he need to employ, or how many can he afford to fire? In this case, if you assume total work is equal to men into time, that will be incorrect because this person has to make some corrections in between. This person is going to make some corrections in between the time or while the work is going on. So his earlier calculations were wrong. See, if you perform a calculation that you will need 10 men for 15 days and you assume that as work, but in between you have to change the number of men to work or to complete the work in same time. That means your earlier calculations were wrong. Don't assume total work is equal to men into days. थोड़ा और सोचो. In these questions, it is best you look at how much work has been done. 20% of work has been done. So see, I'm not even assuming a number. I'm saying 100 W is the total work. Not assuming a number, just to keep things simple. 20% of the work is done. 20 W is done. We are trying to do remaining work, 80 W. It was for how many days? 20 days. How many days are gone? 5 days are gone. So this work was done in 5 days by how many laborers? 36 laborers, or rather call them workers. 36 workers working 5 days have done this. Now I do not know how many men will we need. I'm calling it X. X is more than 36, we need to hire. X is less than 36, we need to fire. How many remaining days are there? 20 days was the task. 5 days are gone. Remaining are 15. So you equate with what is actually done and what is to be done. Don't multiply total and assume to be work. So cancel as much as you can. Cancelled 1 by 4. Cancelled 3 times. Cancelled 12 times. So when I cross multiply, I will have X is equal to 12 into 4, 48. I will need 48 men to work consecutively for 15 days. So I had 36 men. I want 48 men to work. So I must hire 12 men. 12 men must be hired to get the job done on time. In such a question, you assume an outside variable as work. confirmation on this? Moving on. Take your time, give it a shot. Very elementary level question, very easy level question. Maybe you can see such a question in exams like CET, maybe SNAP. Try. 8 days are taken by 2 men and 2 women together to complete the job. A man alone can complete the work in 24 days. In how many days can one woman alone complete the? So I'll simply assume men have a speed m, women have a speed w. So 2 men and 2 women, when they work 8 days, they complete the work. Same work is done by who? A man. In how many days? 24 days. Single man will have a speed m, can do the job in 24 days. This is the work to be done. Never cancel numbers here, you rewrite them. This will be cancelled 8 say 1 times and 8 say 3 times. So 2m plus 2w is equal to 3m. So m is equal to 2w. Speed of one man is equal to 2 women. So if I assume w is equal to 1, m will be equal to. Now you can answer it from this side or you can answer it from this side. It is perfectly fine. They are same. If I use m is equal to 2 here, if I put m is equal to 2 here, the work becomes 48 units. Now what am I doing? I'm asking women to complete. How many women? One woman. So one woman has a speed 1. Speed into days is equal to work. So how many days will a single woman take? 48 days. Answer is none of these. There is no option that says 48. Option E, none of these. What is this example for? Where men and women work as groups. You imagine men have their own speed and women have their own speed. M is the speed of men, W is the speed of women. You're solving it through speeds. Many books cover this by unitary method. Don't do that. That is a very slow method. Good. Moving on. Similar question, similar kind of question. 8 children and 12 men complete a certain piece of work in 18 days. So the way you read the question, you form the equation. 8C 12M can complete the work in 18 days. This is the work. Each child takes twice the time taken by a man. Time of a child is twice the time of man would mean speed of the man is twice the speed of the child. So let me start from here. Speed of child, if I take it as 1, speed of man becomes 2. Let me put that hint here. Speed of child is equal to 1, so 8. Speed of man is equal to 2, so 2 into 12, 24 into 18. Don't multiply, it's unnecessary calculation. This is the work that was being done. Now I want the same work to be done by 12 men. How many days will they take? So 12 men will have a speed of 2. How many days? I do not know, but this is the work. 32 into 18. Cancel as much as you can. 6 into 2, 6 into 3. 2 and 2, 4, 8 times. 8 into 3, 24 days. So though none of the answer options matches, let us put one NOT here. 24 days. 12 men will complete the job in 24 days. So here's an observation. Please observe. 12 men had some help and 18 days were needed. So when you have 12 men, तो days तो 18 से ऊपर ही आएगा ना. I could have observed there is no option above 18. Learn that part, please observe that part. Moving on. I hope you are able to keep up with these approaches. अभी level बढ़ेगा. You'll see high level questions from maybe 6th or 7th questions onward. 24 men can complete a piece of work in 4 days, while 30 men can complete the same work in 4 days. 12 men start working on the job, and after working for 2 days, all of them stopped working. How many women should be put on the job to complete the remaining work if it is to be completed in 3 days? Try. Take your time. So here there's a very big hint for you. 24 men can complete a piece of work in 4 days, while 30 women can complete the same work in 4 days. 4 days are common to both. Please observe. 24m is their speed working 4 days. 30w, 30 women, 30w. W is speed of one woman, m is speed of one man. Working 4 days. This is the work they are doing. So here if you observe, I cancel 4, I will have 24m is equal to 30w, 6 into 4, 6 into 5. Please observe how the assumptions are made. M upon W is equal to 5 upon 4. You can imagine M is equal to 5 and you can imagine W is equal to 4. W is equal to 4. So you have their speeds now. 12 men started working the job and after 2 days all of them left. So how much is the total work? First, let us find that out. You can put 4 here or you can put 5 here. 5 is the speed of men. So if I put 5 here, this becomes work is equal to 24 into 5 into 4. So work is equal to 480 units. Now 12 men. 12 into their individual speed, 5. They worked for 2 days. 12 into 5, 60 into 2, 120 work units are done. So how many remain? 360 units of work remains. Now the question is, how many women will you employ? How many women will you put on the job if you want to be complete to be completed in 3 days? 360 ka work. How many women? I do not know. Speed of a single woman is 4. I want this to be done. N is the number of women here. Number of women. Number of women. How many days the work should be done? 3 days. Rearrange and your job is done. 4 into 3, 12. 12 can be cancelled 30 times. So you will need 30 women to work for 3 days. 30 women should work for 3 days. Is there a way to solve all of this without finding their speeds? I might be able to manipulate numbers to suit my needs, requirements, but it is better you solve properly in this manner. Moving on from this, confirmation on this, everyone. Good. 6 children take 16 days to complete a piece of work, which can be completed by 4 adults in 12 days. 8 adults started working, and after 3 days, 5 adults left and 2 children joined them. How many days will it take to complete the remaining work? Remaining work. Please pay attention to the part. I'll give you 2 minutes to try and then I'll start solving it for you. Take 2 minutes. So observe this. There are 6 children. Children have a speed c. They take 16 days to complete a work, which can be done by 4 adults in 12 days. It is the same work. So first you stop here and analyze this. I can cancel this 1 time, I can cancel this 4 times, I can cancel this 3 times, I can cancel this 2 times. I have 2c is equal to a. Speed of child is equal to 1, adult must be 2. You put that information here, you get the work. You put this information here, you get the work. Let me do that. Let me put that value 2 here. So 2 into 4, 8, 8 into 12, 96 is the work. 8 adults started working, but after 3 days, 5 of them left. So let us complete step by step. 8 adults have a speed 2. They have worked for 3 days. They have completed this much work. Then 5 adults leave. If 5 adults leave, there are 3 adults. There are 3 adults. Adults have a speed of 2. And there are 2 children. 2 children. Children have a speed 1. So how many days will the remaining work D completed in? So this is equal to this. Your job is done. This is 16 into 3, 48. When 48 is subtracted from this, 48 is subtracted from this, 48 is remaining, is equal to, this is 6 plus 2, 8. So how many days are needed? 6 days are needed for the remaining work to be done. 6 days. These are very elementary, very easy level questions. Equate individual work, put in their speeds, and you have your answer in 2 to 3 steps. Moving on from these. 120 men were hired to construct a road in 30 days. 120 men start to work, but at the end of every day, one worker leaves the work. At the end of every day, one worker leaves the work. What percentage of work is unfinished in allotted time? How much work is unfinished, left over in the allotted time? So in this case, I can assume that 120 men were working for 30 days. So the work done is 3600 units. We also call them men hours. In this case, men days. 120 men start to work. Then one man leaves. Then one man leaves. Then one man leaves, and so on. What percentage of work is done in the allotted time? What was the allotted time? 30 days. Now please observe, this is day 1. This is day 2. How much did we subtract? 1. This is day 3. How much do we subtract? 2. This is day 4. How much do we subtract? 3. Similarly, if I reach the 30th day, 330, what will I be subtracting? 29. Be careful with this. Subtract 20, it is 100. Minus 9, it is 91. There are 91 workers on the last day. So the question comes down to, this work is what percentage of work done, and reversal, how much is remaining out of the total. So this is a sequence where I'm adding natural numbers from 91 to 120. The way to add natural numbers like this is first number plus last number upon 2 is the average. How many numbers do we have? We have 30 numbers. From here to here we have 30 numbers. So what is the total? This is the total. First plus last upon 2 into total numbers n. Cancelled 15. This is 120 plus 91. Use a calculator. It is perfectly okay to use calculators. So 120 plus 91 into 15. So the work done is 3165. So what is the remaining work as a percentage? Remaining work is 3600 minus 3165 upon 3600 into 100. That turns into 435 upon 3600 into 100, and your answer is ready. 12.08%. 12.083 to be precise is left unfinished. That is work yet to be done. Complete this so we can move on to the next problem. Moving on from this. "120 men were hired to complete a construction of road in 30 days. All 120 men started the work, but at the end of every day, one worker leaves the work. How many workers were there on the last day when the work was completed?" Here we need to complete the work. So we start in this manner that 120 men can do the job in 30 days. So 3600 is the work. So 120 men start the work. Next day, one person leaves. Next day, one person leaves. Next day, one person leaves. You want to know how many workers were there on the last day. So if I could find out in how many days the work is in, I can also find out how many workers are there on the last day. Again, same pattern works here. This is what day? This is day 4. What are you subtracting? 3. This is day 3. What are you subtracting? 2. So if the day was n, from 120, what will you be subtracting? You will be subtracting n minus 1, which is 121 minus n. This many workers are there on the last day of the work when the work is done. So again, how do we add all such numbers? We start from first number plus last number upon 2 is called the average. Average into number of number n is equal to work. Please look at the way of addition. I have done it here for you in the previous example. This is a series of natural numbers. First plus last upon 2 is the average into n. N is the number of days. That is total. I want it to be 3600. So observe what happens on the left side. It becomes 241 minus n. I'll cross multiply the 2. 241 minus n into n is equal to 7200. N is the number of days, not the workers. Workers are 121 minus n, that many workers. Here, nobody expects that you will thoroughly solve this. देखो, the work was actually for 30 days. आप लोग कम करते जा रहे हो. You are decreasing people. तो 30 days से आगे जाएगा. So see, I am putting value 50, 60, 70 to check. See, if I put n is equal to 50, मैं check कर रहा हूँ. If I put n is equal to 50, ये क्या हो जाएगा? 241 minus 50 into 50. See, there is no standard way to solve this. Quadratic equation कौन बनाएगा इतना बड़ा बड़ा? So I am testing this. कितना work हुआ है? 241 minus 50 into 50. So अभी जो वर्क है इट इज 9550. ज्यादा हो गया ना, ज्यादा हो गया ना इससे, तो 50 दिन ज्यादा हो गया. लेट मी टेस्ट 40. 241 माइनस 40 इंटू 40. 241 माइनस 40 इंटू 40. अगर मैं 40 दिन भी अज्यूम करता हूं ना, इवन इफ आई अज्यूम 40 डेज, तो 40 डेज के हिसाब से भी जो वर्क है वो ज्यादा हो गया. 8040 हो गया, ज्यादा वर्क हो गया. तो व्हाट विल आई डू? आई विल अज्यूम 35. 40 ज्यादा है, आई विल गो फॉर 35. 241 minus 35 into 35. Very good, very good. So when we put 241 minus 35 into 35, please observe, this is 7210 वर्क. तो 35 डे पे 10 यूनिट ज्यादा हो चुका है. 34 पे आप देखो कम होगा. इफ यू पुट 34 हियर, 34 पुट करने पे the work done here is 7038. तो 34 डेज खत्म हुआ लेकिन काम पूरा नहीं हुआ, तो वर्क 35 डे पे खत्म होगा. द वर्क विल एंड ऑन 35th डे. हमको डे नहीं पूछा है, हाउ मेनी वर्कर्स वर देयर ऑन द लास्ट डे. तो यहां 35 पुट करना है आपने. योर आंसर विल बी दिस 121 minus 35. So how many workers were there on the last day of the work? 86 workers were there on the last day of the work. None of these is the answer. ये by current standards भी cat plus level है. It's a very beautifully framed question. It's a cat plus question. Good. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं इनसे भी. Trial error लगेगा. You have to put values and test. Give it a try. I'll give you 3 to 5 minutes. Advanced question, I'll give you 3 minutes. Try. So here you observe there are two inlet pipes. They can fill the tank in 20 minutes and 15 minutes respectively, and a waste pipe that can completely empty a filled tank in 12 minutes. On a certain day, the two inlet pipes are opened simultaneously to fill the empty tank, but after 6 minutes, it was found that there was the leak pipe or empty pipe was also opened. So if once it is closed, in how many minutes will the tank be filled? So basically we are saying there's a pipe A fills the tank, there is a pipe B fills the tank, there's a pipe C outlet empties the tank. 15, 20 and 12 are the times. LCM is 60, speed is 3, speed is 4 and the speed is -5. Now they were all working. They were all working in the beginning for how many minutes? 6 minutes. So 3 plus 4, 7 minus 5, 2 is the speed. 3 plus 4 minus 5. So they have completed 12 units of work. How much work remains? 48. Now leakage is closed. Drainage is closed. So A and B work together. They have a combined speed of 7. How much time will they take? So 7 into what is equal to 48? So T is equal to 48 by 7. 7 into 6, 42. 6 upon 7. 6 upon 7. 1 upon 7 is 0.1428. So 6.8 something. 6.8 something. None of these. It will take 6.8 something minutes for the remaining portion to be filled. Not a difficult question. I confused this probably with a different problem. Let us try more. Two pipes, A and B, can fill a tank in 20 hours and 25 hours respectively, while a third pipe can empty 80% of the tank in 24 hours. Three pipes are opened in the beginning. After 12 hours, C is closed. Find the time in which the tank will be full. So here we are saying A and B can do a job in 20 and 25 hours. They can complete something in 20 and 25 hours. But for C, it says 80% work is done in 24 hours. Please observe 80% work requires 24 hours. Please observe when I cancel 8, 10% work will require 3 hours. So 100% work will require 30 hours. You have to find LCM for completed work. Days or time can only be used when work is complete. So C is what? Third pipe that can empty the tank. Drainage. C is drainage, emptying the tank in 30 hours. So what is the LCM of these numbers? Looks like a fairly large number. 150. No, 150 yoga. 300. 300 is the LCM. Speed is 10 negative. Speed is 12 positive. Speed is 15 positive. All pipes are open in the beginning. After 12 hours, C is closed. This is identical to the previous problem. Identical to the previous problem. 12 hours. 12 hours they worked. So this is 27 minus 10. 17 is the speed. 12 into 17. See 12 into 10, 120 plus 84, 204 work is done. 204 work is done. How much remains? The remaining work is 96. Find the time in which tank will be filled. So A and B have a combined speed of 27. How much time will they take? So 27 into T is equal to 96. Cancel whatever is possible for you. 3 into 9, 3 into 32. So T is equal to 32 by 9, which is 3 times 27. 27, 5 by this. So that is 5 hours. So what is total time? 12 hours earlier plus 3.55 hours now. So total time is 15.55 hours. What was the learning here? LCM तभी लेना है when it is given for total work. So I converted for C, I converted the value to total work. Moving on. A tank with a uniform cross section and a height of 40 meters has a total capacity of 12.5 million liters. This tank has 4 identical pipes attached, one each at a height of 10 meters, 20 meters, 30 meters, 40 meters. Each pipe individually can fill the entire tank in 64 hours. 64 hours. But they function in such a manner that at start all 4 pipes function once. Once the water level reaches the first pipe, it gets shut off. Similarly, when water level reaches second pipe, it gets turned off. How long will it take for the tank to be filled to the top? How long will it take for the tank to be filled to the top? Give it a try. Take 3 minutes. Tank is a uniform cylinder. Height has been given. Total volume has been given. Then there is location of some pipes. Location of some pipes has been given. One pipe can fill the entire tank in 64 hours. That is also given. And then they will work in some peculiar manner. Take 3 minutes. Give it a shot. Give it an honest attempt. So let us break down the entire problem into smaller parts. There is a cylindrical tank. Imagine this is the tank. The height of the tank is 40 meters. And there are pipes attached. So at the height of 10 meters, there's a pipe here that is filling the tank. 20 meters, 30 meters, and 40 meters, there's a pipe attached. 10 meters, 10 meters, 10 meters. Each pipe individually can fill the tank in 64 hours. The complete tank in 64 hours. Now, do you see? I'm dividing the tank in 4 equal parts. Use your imagination, these are equal parts. For one pipe, it should be 16 hours, 16 hours, 16 hours, and 16 hours to finish it, to fill it. But when the pipes are filling this, when the lowermost part is being filled, there are 4 pipes working. A single pipe will take 16 hours, but if 4 of them are working, you can completely fill the 1/4 part, lower part, in 4 hours. When this part is being filled, there are 3 pipes working. Because water has reached this level, this has been shut off. So when you try to fill this portion of the tank, there are 3 pipes working. So 16 by 3 hours are needed, which is 5 1 by 3 hours are needed. And when water reaches this level, this pipe is all shut off. Now this is being filled by the top 2 pipes. So 16 hours for one pipe 16 hours. 2 pipes, 8 hours are needed. Now this is shut off. Now only the top pipe works, and top pipe does take 16 hours. So how many total hours are needed? 16 plus 8 plus 5, 5 1 by 3 plus 4. 16 plus 8, 24 plus 4, 28, 28 plus 5. So 33 1 by 3 hours are needed total. This question is so beautifully framed, it has nothing to do with the capacity of the tank. I have divided the entire work into 4 parts. One part is worth 16 hours for a single pipe. One part is worth 16 hours for a single pipe. Moving on. Let us try 2-3 more questions. 3 pipes A, B, and C can fill a cistern in 12 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours respectively. If pipe A is kept open all the time and pipe B and C open alternatively for an hour, then find how many hours will the tank be filled. A is turned on and stays on always. Others work in an alternate manner. So basically it is in this manner. A and B work first, then A and C, then A and B, then A and C, A and B, and C, in a cyclic manner. So then how many hours will the tank be filled? So it is just like earlier question where A and B work together in a rotating manner. A takes 12 hours, B takes 15 hours, C takes 20 hours. So I can see LCM is 16. Speed is 5, speed is 4, speed is 3. So who works first? AB, then AC. AB complete a work of 9 units and AC completes a work of 8 units. So every time you wait for 2 hours, How much work is completed? 17 units of work is completed. Now you need to be careful. What multiple of 17 gets me closer to this? 3 times. So 51 units of work is done in 6 hours. In 6 hours, 51 units of work is done. How much more work is there? 9 units. Who comes for the work? AB. How much work do they do in 1 hour? They do in 1 hour 9 units of work, which is what is remaining. 60 units of work is done. You will take 7 hours. So same question has been reframed in a different manner. Whenever there is a cycle of 2, so you complete 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. Whenever there is a cycle of 3, you complete 3, 3 in the similar manner. Take your time, complete this. Moving on, very good. Two inlet pipes to a tank can fill the tank in 24 minutes and 36 minutes respectively, and one emptying pipe attached to the tank can empty it in 30 minutes. Patel, the security guard, opened both inlet pipes at noon and went away and returned at the exact time when the tank should be filled. But noticing the outlet pipe was on by mistake, he immediately closes and waits for the tank to be filled. At what time will the tank be filled? You see, more and more questions are theta because I don't want you to apply those option testing tricks. I want you to learn. If we come across a difficult question from CAT, I'll show you the option testing as well. Observe. There are two pipes that can fill. Pipe A can fill, pipe B can fill in 24 minutes, in 36 minutes. Pipe C can empty the entire tank in 30 minutes. Patel, the security guard, opened both these pipes directly at noon, and went away. And he returns exactly at the time when the tank should be filled. But noticing the outlet pipe was on by mistake. So first we need to find out when does he return. He's supposed to know कब tank भरेगा. So forget that there is C working. What LCM में तो काम आएगा. Take LCM of all of these. LCM looks like 360. Speed is minus 12. Speed is plus 10. And speed is plus 15. So he imagines that pipe A and B are working. So A and B, 360 is this tank, guys, 360. A and B are working. A and B have a speed of 25. So 25 into what is equal to 360? That is the question. Please observe the lower end of the screen. 25 into time t is equal to 360. Cancelled with 5. Cancelled with 5, 72. Cancelled with 5, 14 hours plus 2 by 5. Plus 2 by 5. What is 2 by 5? Hours. So Patel, the guard, returns in 14 2 by 5 hours. 2 by 5 hours. 14 2 by 5 hours. Now he expects the tank to be filled. But the problem is the tank is still not filled. Why? Because this pipe was working. Now you focus only on this pipe. This pipe. Can I say this pipe is emptying at the rate of 12? It has been working for 14 2 by 5 hours and you close this. So whatever drainage that has happened, 12 into 72 by 5, you want to refill it. You want to fill it. But who will do this for you? Now pipe A and B will do this for you. What is the combined speed of A and B? A and B have a combined speed of 25. How much time will they take? I am trying to find that out. I am trying to find out time taken by A and B to complete the job. So it looks like a very difficult calculation. This is 12 into 6. This is 12 into 12. So 12 into 12 into 6. 144 into 6. 864 divided by 125. That is the time required. I'll re-explain this part. Don't worry. Don't panic. 864 divided by 125. 7 times, I think 7 times 84, 84 plus 3. It becomes more. 7 times is more. So 6 times. 6 times of this number. 6 times of this is 600. 600 plus 150 is 750. Remaining is 114 divided by 125. So 6 hours and 114 by 125. You want in minutes? I can give you the answer. So when will the tank be filled? Your answer is after 12 noon, 14 hours. 14 hours plus 6 hours. That means 20 hours from 12. From 12 noon, you will have 14 hours plus 6 hours plus decimals. 2 by 5 plus 114 by 125. So 114 by 125 plus 2 by 5, 0.4. Which is 1.3 hours. Which is 1.3 hours. So it is 21.3 hours. 21.3 hours from 12 noon. Very complex question. Yes, it's a fairly complex question. नहीं समझेगा एक बार में. To a lot of people, I would like you guys to re-watch the whole video. So I'll explain this step to you again. See, Patel the guard leaves and he comes back after 14 2 by 5 hours. He imagines, he assumes the tank is filled. But for 14 2 by 5 hours, the draining was empty. भाई जितना ड्रेन करेगा उतने तो फिल करना पड़ेगा ना भी आपको. So the drainage is being refilled. Drainage is being refilled. Who is refilling? A and B. ये क्या था? C का drainage था. C का emptying था. C का speed is 12. 12 into 72 by 5 इतना उसने drain किया. नहीं तो ये तो complete work होना चाहिए ना. Otherwise ये complete हो जाना चाहिए था अब तक. So we try to refill the part emptied by C. उसको solve करने में हमें लग गए आखिरी में 6114 by 125 hours. थोड़ी टेढ़ी values हैं but सीखना तो है ना. CAT also gives such calculations, such values to you. I have close to 15 more questions for the next session. They'll be advanced, just like the one you saw right now. See, fairly high level questions. Be prepared. If you have any doubts, comment. I'll be more than happy to answer. You want to copy? All right, I'll wait. I'll wait. Take 1 to 2 minutes and copy this down. Done? All right. I'll message you details about the next session in the Telegram group. Yeah, that's all from my side.